Turn and face the platform. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fall Convocation 2018. Would you please join our vocalist, Angela Yurichanine, in the singing of O Canada. Please be seated. Once again, graduands, distinguished guests, welcome. I am Beth Bilson. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing you to the members of the platform party that you see before you. So beginning with the front row on my left and your right, Russ Eisinger, University Registrar, Patty McDougall, Vice Provost Teaching, Learning and Student Experience, Karen Chad, Vice President Research, Jackie Ottman, Vice Provost Indigenous Engagement, David Buckingham, Member of the Legislative Assembly for Saskatoon Westview, Ross Gardapi, Traditional Knowledge Keeper, Tony Vanelli, Provost and Vice President Academic, President Peter Stoichev, Chancellor Roy Romano, Harry Cook, this morning's recipient of an honorary degree, Michelle Prytula, Dean College of Education, who is presenting this morning's honorary degree, Trevor Crow, Dean College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, Keith Willoughby, Dean, Edwards School of Business, Peter Bonham-Smith, Dean, College of Arts and Science. And in the second row, Jay Kalra, the member of the Board of Governors, Grit McCreath, Honorary Ambassador representing the Alumni Association, Carl Still, President, St. Thomas More College, Arul Kumaran, Dean, St. Thomas More College, Tammy March, Associate Dean, St. Thomas More College, Alexis Dahl, recipient of the University Staff Excellence Award, Kathy LaBelle, recipient of the New Researcher Award, Raj Srinivasan, recipient of the J.W. George Ivany Award, Jeffrey McDonald, recipient of the Distinguished Researcher Award, Jay Famiglietti, Director, Global Institute for Water Security. And in the third row, our orators, Wendy Klingenberg, Dave Munch, and Shirley Haynes, Marie-Eve Presbert, the Indigenous Liaison for the Graduate Students Association, from the University Senate, Victoria Neufeld and Robert Henderson, Martha Smith, Associate Dean, College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, Marie Fulton, Director, Johnson Shirayama Graduate School of Public Policy, Irina Creed, Executive Director, School of Environment and Sustainability. Lauren Elias, Associate Dean, College of Arts and Science. And 3 Vice Deans from the College of Arts and Science, Valerie Koronek, Ingrid Pickering, and Dirk de Boer. John Rigby, Associate Provost, Institutional Planning and Assessment. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, administration, and members of our governing bodies it does say applause in my script, but you should have waited till I stopped talking. But we acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of Treaty 6 and the homeland of the Métis. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. Would you please stand as you are able for the honor song? Would you please be seated?
Hey, Beth, the sound is really bad. Good morning, everyone. So wonderful to see all of you here this morning. My name is Peter Stoichev. It's my great privilege to be the president of this great university. You see us before you in our fancy work clothes. We haven't mixed up the date for Halloween. We're doing it for you as our most visible gesture of respect, though personally I'm hoping it's a fashion statement that catches on. Eminent Chancellor, graduates and families, honored guests, I thank the many people who are here today to be part of this moment in the University of Saskatchewan's history. In particular, I want to acknowledge today's elder, the Buffalo Boys Drum Group, our honorary degree recipient, the legendary Harry Cook, MLA David Buckingham, Grit McCreath here from Calgary, our honorary ambassador, and the orchestra playing for us today. I also acknowledge the many faculty on the stage who are the heartbeat of this university. They have been leaders and mentors for so many of you who will graduate today. We're here to celebrate a milestone in the lives of the graduands who will soon cross this stage. We're proud of them. They're proud of what they've done. Life is richer when we collectively acknowledge success and hard work and rites of passage such as this one today. We're also here because this university has brought us together. And a university is a wonderful thing, a great experiment in the ongoing conversation that we call democracy. Universities are crucial participants in that conversation. We are so fortunate to be in Canada and to have the freedoms we have. Given the world we're in now, where it's difficult to separate out what's true and what's not true, where our future depends on knowledge and the correct use of it, where research holds the key to our greatest challenges, where free speech and informed speech are critical to our humanity, universities are needed more than they have ever been. And the University of Saskatchewan is needed more than it has ever been. What all of you crossing this stage today, strengthened with a University of Saskatchewan degree, go on to do in your lives will matter immensely to our collective futures. You did all the work, went to the classes for the most part, wrote the essays and assignments and exams, and earned the right to be here in this moment today. But you and I know that many others helped. So take the time to thank your spouses and partners, parents and grandparents, friends, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, communities, elementary school teachers, high school teachers, the professors you appreciated, or the classmates who helped you out. Because you don't achieve something this big without a lot of help along the way. Many graduates across the country are sitting in seats like you are in auditoriums like this one right now, getting their university degrees. But I want to tell you that there is something special about a U of S degree. And it's because at this university we govern ourselves not only on the basis of what we want to be, but what the world needs us to be. The world needs cures for cancer, and we are the home of the cobalt-60 radiation therapy that revolutionized cancer therapy treatment in 1951 and saved the lives of millions of cancer patients around the world. The small Acme machine and electric company just around the corner from us on Idlewild Drive built the casing for that. U of S medical researchers built the concept for it. Many thousands of patients were treated here over the next 20 years until it was replaced with newer technology in 1971. Sylvia Fedorik, who later became Saskatchewan's Lieutenant Governor and after that our Chancellor, was a graduate student member of the project's team. Significant cancer research continues at the U of S, building on that world-famous history. The world needs thoughtful, educated, and humane leaders. And some of the country's most formative holders of high office got their degrees here. Among them are Prime Minister John Diefenbaker, Governor General Ray Natishan, premiers such as Scott Moe and our Chancellor Roy Romano. 9 Canadian premiers have now been students at the U of S. Many lieutenant governors of Saskatchewan, including Tom Malloy, a former U of S Chancellor, and of other provinces, including Ontario's current Lieutenant Governor Elizabeth Dowdeswell. Many Canadian ambassadors to countries around the world, Dozens of high-ranking public servants in Ottawa, such as Gordon Thiessen, former Governor of the Bank of Canada, Aboriginal leaders, like our previous Chancellor Blaine Fayvel, former Chief of the FSIN. The world needs groundbreaking researchers who change how we understand the world we live in, and people who went on to receive Nobel Prizes were here. One was chemistry graduate student Henry Taube, who received it in 1983. Another Nobel laureate from the U of S was Gerhard Hertzberg, who was offered a position in physics in 1935 by our first president, Walter Murray, to escape Nazi Germany when no other university on this continent had the vision or the humanity to offer him one. Hertzberg won the Nobel Prize in chemistry in 1971. The world needs great writers, and writers such as College of Education graduate Sharon Butala, who wrote Perfection of the Morning, and three-time Governor General's Award winner Guy Vanderhaeghe were here. Hilda Neatby, who wrote the controversial book critical of Canadian education called So Little for the Mind. The world needs open-minded, courageous, and compassionate members of the justice sector, and we have graduated many. Supreme Court Justice Emmett Hall was a student here, a law school classmate of John Diefenbaker's, and Diefenbaker later became our Chancellor. Justice Hall's report for the 1964 Royal Commission on National Health Care Services recommended that Canada adopt Saskatchewan's public health insurance model. In it, he wrote that the only thing more expensive than good health care is no health care. Emmett Hall later became Chancellor of the U of S. Roy Romano, another law school alumnus and now our Chancellor, authored in 2002 the only other Royal Commission on the future of health care in Canada. These aren't only examples of justice in action, they're examples of social justice in action. The world needs great athletes and coaches. And Olympian Sandra Schmirler, Coach Lyle Sanderson, track athlete Diane Jones-Konahowski, NHL coaches Mike Babcock and Dave King were at the U of S. In fact, recently, 4 of the NHL's head coaches had been student athletes here with Huskies hockey. And we think again of the athletes and leaders and those supporting them who lost their lives in the Humboldt Broncos tragedy, some of whom were U of S students, and who put in perspective for us what a great privilege it is to be here today celebrating the beautiful futures of our young people. The world needs peace, sometimes hard fought. And in this, the 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War, we're reminded of the 345 U of S students, faculty, and staff who enlisted in it. 69 sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. They're commemorated on the university's memorial gates on College Drive. More than 100 more were wounded and 35 were awarded Medals of Valor. The university gave so many brave soldiers to the cause that the College of Engineering closed its doors for the 1916-17 academic year when all its faculty, staff, and students enlisted. More U of S soldiers were killed in the war than graduated from here in 1918, 100 years ago from this convocation we're celebrating here today. These are examples of what I mean when I say that we're the university the world needs. Now in our second century, enjoying a time of peace here secured by those who went before us and by the accomplishments of our alumni and our faculty, we are seen as a research leader in the country with Canada's only synchrotron, where we've pioneered how to produce medical isotopes without using a nuclear reactor. There is a huge national and international demand for these isotopes due to the closure of Chalk River just last March. And our cyclotron is now providing all the medical isotopes to RUH, a fitting homage to that cobalt-60 work done here over half a century ago. The world needs to provide food to its rapidly growing population in order to meet the world's food needs, agricultural productivity needs to almost double. Our Global Institute for Food Security is helping do just that, enabled by great work done at the U of S over decades, including by our Crop Development Center, that helped reduce the amount of farmland under summer fallow from almost 50% in 1970 to a fraction of 1% today. The economic impact for the province in this U of S area alone is in the neighborhood of $40 billion. The world needs to understand the reasons for droughts and floods to safeguard our communities against tragedies, such as recent ones in Calgary, Houston, the Carolinas, New Brunswick, BC, and here in Saskatchewan. Our Global Institute for Water Security, the largest university-led research center of its kind in the world, is doing just that. These two institutes are also examples of how we bring together different parts of the university to work on global problems. With 17 colleges and graduate schools, we have more than any Canadian university of our size. This is a crucial feature of who we are, because although we do not know what the solutions are to the major challenges facing us, we do know this, that none of them will be solved by a single discipline or by a single person, but by many people from many disciplines working together. We are poised to help do that with faculty like the ones on the stage before you, who are at the cutting edge of research, scholarly, and artistic work. All these things matter. They demonstrate why we're one of the top 15 research-intensive universities in the country, and why the U of S leads all of Canada's 96 universities when it comes to the per capita economic impact on its surrounding region. They demonstrate how we help make our province, Canada, and the world a better place. Saskatoon, too. Great cities need, and they deserve, great universities. A strong relationship between the two is crucial, and we are fortunate to have one with the City of Saskatoon, a formal partnership that is one of the first of its kind in Canada between a major university and the city it's in. I say this, all of this, to emphasize that the U of S degree you've worked hard to receive today has tremendous value. Many employers tell me that when they see an application from a U of S grad, it gets special attention because the quality of the university is so high and because of its graduates' work ethic that's part of our prairie roots. And also because you haven't just learned one particular area of study, you've learned how to transfer what you've learned in one discipline to what is needed in another. You've learned about excellence, and excellence is a transferable skill. Why does that matter? Because we will all need to be able to solve problems that we can't even today imagine. Saskatchewan's future will depend on it. The world's will. 44% of the available jobs in this province require the skills and knowledge that a university education provides, but only 25% of Saskatchewan's workforce has a university education. This underscores the critical importance of investing in higher education and the fact that we are a crucial part of the province's future success. The U of S is a leader in helping Saskatchewan stay ahead of the innovation curve, and without our kind of research and teaching, there is no innovation, and without innovation, we all have a diminished future. So now, more than ever before, we all need people with degrees like yours from a university like yours to help build a more sustainable world, a more equitable world, a world with the courage to embrace diversity. I am proud that we now have students from 109 countries attending the U of S, and many of those countries are represented by graduates here today. The world also needs us to be a country that responds to the work of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, because as its chair, Senator Murray Sinclair, stated at the U of S 3 years ago, education is the key to reconciliation. And I'm grateful that the U of S is seen in this country as a participant, not a bystander, in building reconciliation. And this year we have more Indigenous students at our university than ever before in our history. We are at a time when the country faces the greatest cultural challenge and opportunity of its history. Being the university the world needs means being committed to reconciliation, not to supplant traditional Western understanding, but to enrich it, acknowledge thousands of years of deep learning that occurred here long prior to it, and give all students a more informed and ultimately more compassionate understanding of the world, knowing that the measure of a civilization is its compassion, not its ability to consume. Achieving this will take a strategic mixture of patience and impatience, and it will take time. But as Walter Murray wrote to a friend in 1908 when traveling here to begin his work as our first president, we are building for centuries. So in the end, what's all this that you're achieving today about? Only you can actually answer that for yourself. But part of it is about being able to contribute to your community, this province, this country, to be a person the world needs in your own right. For me, it's always been about a passion for the idea of a university, a radical experiment in human culture, a place where we learn to be humble servants of a democratic society and respectful critics of it, where we can be building for centuries. For the Roy Romanos, John Diefenbakers, Gerhard Hertzbergs, Hilda Neatbys, Sharon Butalas, Emmett Halls, Sylvia Fedoricks, for the Harry Cooks of this world, it was about something else. None of them knew exactly where they were headed in life, but they knew to listen for a passion to follow, and that became an endless journey. For you, it'll be something else. Doesn't matter exactly what it is, but be passionate and compassionate about it and use it for good. Congratulations to the graduates who are about to walk this stage this morning.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you Harry Cook. Hailing from beautiful Stanley Mission, northeast of La Ronge, Saskatchewan, Harry credits his roots, his education, and his father as having provided him with the teachings and the inspiration that underpinned a lifetime, a legacy of accomplishments. Following in his father's footsteps, as a youth, Harry obtained a strong education, taking advantage of the opportunities to learn both in his elementary and secondary schooling. Following acquiring his diploma, he engaged in post-secondary education at the then Kelsey Institute, where he earned his welding certificate in 1975. With this, he began a career in the industry that spanned over a dozen years, starting with an entry-level position and advancing to a shop steward and shift foreman with the supervision responsibility of over 80 employees. Again, taking advantage of the opportunities presented to him, Harry used this chance to develop interpersonal and negotiation skills, among others. With the North naturally calling him home, Harry returned to La Ronge, assuming work with the Lac La Ronge Indian Band, taking on the responsibility for the band housing program, which spanned several years and hundreds of homes. Following this work, he was subsequently elected as councillor, and deservedly, in 1987, Mr. Cook was elected chief of Lac La Ronge Indian Band, taking the lead with the largest Indian band in Saskatchewan. As chief, he served an impressive 7 consecutive terms spanning over 18 years. He was widely respected by the leadership and employees of the band due to his principles, his leadership style, and his integrity. Across his many roles with Lac La Ronge Indian Band, Mr. Cook was described as advocate, mentor, and role model, while at the same time always prioritizing the principles of efficiency and effectiveness. As a result, at the conclusion of his leadership as chief, the Lac La Ronge Indian Band was listed as one of the top 5 of the most effectively managed First Nations in Canada by Windspeaker Multimedia. It was undoubtedly Mr. Cook's philosophy on work, life, and commitment that undergirded his success. In his own words, he states, "I represent people who deserve a better standard of living through quality of education and other means. I believe if people are consistent and dedicated, the future will be bright." During his time working for the band, Mr. Cook committed himself to dozens of roles and initiatives, including serving as director of Cameco Corporation, the Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce, Athabasca Holdings, Canada North Environmental Services, Keewatin Mining Corporation, La Ronge Industries, Prince Albert Development Corporation, and many more. Mr. Cook also supported others through his investments in several northern businesses spanning foods and catering, accommodation, mining, transportation, environmental services, insurance, lumber, and other business developments. But the most notable of all of these positions was his role as director of Kitsaki Management Limited Partnership. In partnership, he developed successes that were marked by its worldwide reputation as one of the top 100 companies in Saskatchewan. His work with Kitsaki included advancing business partnerships with many bands and Métis communities in ventures such as wild rice, catering, trucking, and hospitality. His work with Kitsaki, and I would argue throughout all of his endeavors, has resulted in improved life, health, and prosperity for people of the North through the employment of over 1,000 individuals. And his work has touched not only those of Lac La Ronge Indian Band, but people throughout all communities in northern Saskatchewan. In addition, Mr. Cook's significant advancements continue to serve the Lac La Ronge Indian Band and surrounding communities today. There is no doubt that he is a role model to many, a true example of what hard work and commitment can result in, not only for oneself, but for others. In the words of one of his nominators, "Harry always demonstrates the importance of hard work and integrity. He is usually the first one to arrive at any meeting and the last to leave. Whenever there is work to be done, Harry always says, 'My time is your time.'" Having resigned as chief, Mr. Cook claims he has retired, but I, for one, am skeptical, as he has accepted appointments as senator for both the Lac La Ronge Indian Band and the Prince Albert Grand Council chiefs. He's serving on the Canadian National Aboriginal Economic Development Board, and he is also currently serving as elder to the Board of Directors of Kitsaki Management Limited Partnership. Mr. Cook's work has been honored by others. As president of Northern Lights Foods, he won the 2001 Canadian Export Award for trade in international marketplaces. In 1999, he earned the Woman of the Dawn Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And in 1998, he was acclaimed as Economic Developer of the Year. And today, to honor his legacy of commitment, passion, and success with and for communities of the North, we are here to celebrate him with this honorary degree. Eminent Chancellor, I present Harry Cook, and I ask that you will confer on him the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province, and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Harry.
Kinigit na yosh kapitut tigo time. Stay with us. I'm a Cree speaker. I understand my language and I also speak it. And it's absolutely wonderful to hold on to your culture, whoever you might be. It's absolutely important at this time to acknowledge Tatugan is to Tahot and Nido even. You haven't the Tatugapito, it's good time. Stay with us. Itahawayaga, the Piscapme. You haven't the Taxidita, what and Soma, Kayati Pisa Toskin. Tatugan is to Tawigo, Takaya Igoma. Kinashomit now, Minagapi Toti, Yoshu, Takabichiga, Skatsit Noak, Itaiwa, Tinigi, Isitai, Ispak, Skramatin. But that's near Anima. Tinigit now, Yosh. That's in Cree. I know that many of you speak the English language. My opening comments are these. First of all, I would like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, homeland of the Cree, Dakota Sioux, Pseudo First Nation. I would also like to acknowledge the fact that we all are treaty people, all of us. And that we have to continue to work with each other to honor the treaties that we made over a century ago. I think that's very important for you people that are here and also for the people that originated here as well. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Chancellor Roy Romano, President Peter Stuchkiff, honored platform, faculty, and staff that made this possible here today for all of us. Thank you for this honorary doctor's degree that you have presented me with today. I also been a believer and advocate of education. Education is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself and your family. It is also a tool you can share with others as you contribute to the betterment of society generally. I've also said that education is the key to a better future. It opens doors and creates new opportunities for all of us with a quality education. Congratulations, fellow graduates, on your great achievement. Take great pride in your accomplishment and continue to use your education to make great contributions to help your families, your friends, society in general. We all know that our greatest achievements in life are usually not accomplished alone. I would like to thank my family, especially my wife, Roshi. Her and I have been married over 50 years, and I know that marriage is a great stability in our society today. We went to church and got married over 50 years ago. I promised to my God, I said, till death do us part, and I kept that promise right up to today. She has been with me, supporting me, and being a positive influence in my life, and many of the achievements that have been articulated here today. It's great to have that support from your family, and particularly if you got a spouse, honor that spouse, because I think all of us need that kind of support in our lives. At this time, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself and how I got to be here today. I was born on my dad's strapline in 1943 in Stanley Mission in the Churchill River region of Saskatchewan, homeland of the Woodland Cree. Growing up, I was inspired by my father, John Cook, who attended residential school in Lawrence and spoke good English. He was a skilled trapper, a good provider. His other occupations included mining industry and term as chief of the Lac Orange Indian Band. There's no better legacy for many of us who are natives to lead our people to more prosperity and more future for all of us in this country. In those days, there was no road into Stanley Mission. You could drive as far as Waskashu on blacktop and then follow a windy gravel road to Lawrence. From Lawrence, you could go to Stanley by float plane or by boat and portage in the summertime. In the winter, you either have to use a dock team, walk, or snowshoe to get to Stanley Mission Show. Things were not easy, but if you're determined, you can get from one place to the other. Northern Saskatchewan is beautiful. My family, including my father, my mother, Susan, and my 8 younger brothers and sisters, lived on Cook's Island just opposite next to Nyack Falls. It is one of the most beautiful locations in Saskatchewan in my eyes and my experience. I learned to fish, hunt, trap. It was a good life, but a hard life. We didn't have the amenities and convenience of life that we have today. Today I live in an acreage. I have running water. I own property. So again, having to grow up in a trap line has given me a lot of appreciations on life that I live today. It's absolutely critical. Our traditional economy consisted of trapping and commercial fishing. Our food staples were wild meat and fish, which I still enjoy today. I still go up there and enjoy the traditional life that I grew up with. Even though that I live in an acreage, I still enjoy the traditional way of life as a First Nations man. At the age of 9, I was taken to a residential school in Prince Albert for 7 years. Stanley Mission became my summer home. I stayed at the residential school until I was 16. During my time, school, it was easy to get away as long as I did. However, I did learn some keys to success during this time. Number one, hard work and persistence always pays off for any of us. Hard work in education, studying, and whatever it is that you do, hard work never hurt anybody that I know of. Persistence in achieving your goals. Again, we have many struggles in life, and again, persistence always takes us to where it is that we want to go, that we have plans. And also to be resilient. Being resilient in hard times makes you a stronger person and makes you a better character as well. None of us make it easy in this world, and all of us have to struggle. But with all these three, I'm sure that your goals will be achieved with what it is that the dreams that you might have. After my residential school experience, I was back in Stanley Mission trapping full time. And again, trap life is a very hard life in our economies. It's very seasonal. And again, the prices of fur and also the depletion of wool, all of us have to be conservationists to make sure that we still have to enjoy what we have today, our kids, our grandkids, and maybe some of the kids that we do not see it, for them also to enjoy it. Our life in Regina was a good one. I followed my advice of working hard, persistence through difficult times, and continued to be resilient through it all. I married Rosie, and I started our life in Regina. Together we had 3 wonderful daughters. We had Veronica, we had Tara, we had Janet. Tara had an honors degree in Native Studies from the same university that many of you are graduating here today. Janet has a master's degree, and again, she teaches for SIIT, Saskatchewan Indian Institute of Technology. So again, education is very much a forefront of my goals and people around us. In Regina at West Tank Willock, I became a German welder, a shop steward, and then a foreman supervising 80 non-First Nations employees. So again, people with goals, people with aspirations, you can be what it is that you can be in our society to make others succeed as well. This is where I learned sober business skills and negotiating skills at that occupation that I had. Regina was good, but Rosie and I missed the northern setting, the trees, the lakes. We moved back to Lawrence and became the housing coordinator there for a bit of time. I was able to use my skills of supervision to ensure that our band houses were built well according to the standards and the budgets that we had for our people in our reservation. At this time, I wanted it more of a leadership role, so I ran for chief for the first time. I lost by 9 votes, but I pursued my goals on being chief, and next time I lost by 6. So again, perseverance does count in some of the goals that I might have. After this, I succeeded. I became chief in 1987 for many terms, and I voluntarily retired mainly because I became a diabetic and that I wanted somebody newer to follow the role that I had. Tammy Cook-Shearson is the chief of the band now. She's doing a wonderful job. We have over 11,000 people, and again, we want our people to have a quality education, to participate in the mainstream economies, and be accepted for the skills they have acquired through education. During this time, we started Kitsaki, which is the economic development arm of Lawrence Band. Kitsaki would become one of the biggest economic development companies by First Nations in this province of Saskatchewan. The development of Kitsaki arose from the growing uranium industry. It took many business allies and working with various stakeholders to catalyze the development of Kitsaki. So again, in business development, it's not easy. You gotta compete with everybody else out there. But again, successes can be made by hard work, persistence, and a goal of your mind. Kitsaki continues to do well today. It includes Northern Resource Trucking, Athabasca Catering, Canada North Environmental Services, First Nations Insurance, and Kitsaki Visitation, just to name a few. Again, when I retired, the revenue exceeded $70 million. And again, the pride of ownership and people working was my goal all through the years when I was chief. I wanted to make sure that other people enjoyed their work, made a living for themselves, for their families, and society generally. We have over $100 million in paid band members and our partners, tens of millions of dollars in wages. So again, by having economic development, you share some of the wealth with others as well. Kitsaki is able to provide capacity building while encouraging self-sufficiency, sustainable economic development opportunities, as well as striving to improve the social economic conditions of our band members, the First Nations people of the Lac La Ronge Band. We have tried to set a high standard for economic development in this province, and again, through hard work and persistence, that can be done by any First Nation in this province. I also took some time as Kitsaki. I was proud to serve on the board of directors of Cameco for 16 years, and again, my goal was to enhance some of the risks that people took to buy shares and stocks in a corporate corporation. Again, I worked hard as a board member. I was never a token member on that board. I've always spoken for our people and people generally to make sure that they were recognized for some of the things that happen in the mining industry. Today, I serve as a senator for the Lac La Ronge Indian Band, Prince Albert Grand Council, the Federation of Saskatchewan Sovereign Nations. I continue to advocate for our treaties and education. I believe everyone should be knowledgeable about our treaties in Canada, how important they are, and for the future going forward for all of us. Each always believes in acquiring a quality education for all concerned. Education is something that's a gift given to you by the Creator, and it's absolutely great that you have it. You can share that with your family, your society, and everybody generally. And education is something that's acquired by all through knowledge, through participation, and it's a great thing to have. So congratulations again to the graduates that are in front of me here today. Accomplishments today: continue to work hard, persevere, and be resilient of life challenges because we all face them together. It is how we feel with those challenges that make us stronger today and going forward. With that, I thank you all for listening. Hi, thank you very much.
Anin dino maganak, mizoaka magokbe bamotang dizanakaz. As was introduced earlier, I am Jackie Ottman, and I'm Vice Provost of Indigenous Engagement. And first of all, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you, the graduates and the award recipients. The honor song that was played today is for you and your accomplishments. Next, I'm here to explain the significance and present now Dr. Harry Cook with a blanket. And within many Indigenous people groups, we honor people that we hold in high esteem with a blanket, and it signifies the warm embrace of community. It signifies protection and love and support and strength. So with that, I would like to ask Harry Cook to rise. And we present. Gitcheme Gwechkin and Nakaman.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which you are entitled, and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
I'm going to give some information to the graduands about what it is you're supposed to do now, in case you're wondering. The first row will stand and make their way to the platform over here. As you enter the stage, please stop and face the audience. Your picture will be taken and a hood will be put around your shoulders. Once you've been hooded, please proceed to the first podium over here, where the orator will present each of you by name. Once your name has been announced, and this is the critical part, proceed to shake the hand of the Chancellor. No handshake, no degree. And the Chancellor will tell you that you've been admitted to the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. You'll then proceed across the platform to be greeted by the President and by your Dean or Associate Dean, and to receive your parchment. You may then go down the stairs on this side and return to your seat. So if I could ask the first row to get up and start making your way across to the platform.
Are you going to be shaking hands? No, that's at the next meeting. Okay, good. So please stand here. Actually, if anybody's watching, it will see it on the side. Then I'm not in the way as much, right? No.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Graduate Professional Skills Certificate. I present to you Yu Ying Chang. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you this scholar, and ask that you will confer upon her the Certificate in Global Studies. I present to you Oluwatosin Esther Aeni. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts 3-year. I present to you Dale Martin Apesis. Courtney Anne Marie Bailey. Kiera Mary Elizabeth Bittner. Brandy Michelle Beckler. Edna Grassa de Silva Moreira. Julian Gabriel Dale. Dallas Fiddler. Sarah Mesfin Gosa. Elise Hanna. Shelby Ann Hatchen. Ahmed Sajid Kabir. Ola Kotowski. Sky Jeanette Legacy with distinction. Maria Vera Catherine Olenek with distinction. Alyssa Chantal Templeton with great distinction. Caitlin Andrea Templeton with great distinction. Jessica Ann Shalin Vitzko. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts 4-year. I present to you Des Arthur Bartlett. Timothy John Bessiata. Juanita Dawn Bird. Angelou Biscocho. Cody Drew Kendrick Bugler. Moondog Chen. Rebecca Francis Cobb with distinction. Adam T. Conklin. Talon Joseph Calvin Dosh. Jennifer Alora Everett. Celeste Ayapays. Samantha Jo Fazer. Courtney Lane Fraze. Xuen Gong. Tony Golub. Delaney Bryn Gigon. Nicole Elizabeth Hendry. Renee Hoban. Sylvia Bernadette Istifo. Lynette Ray Jacobson with great distinction. Taha Joma. Kendall J. Catcher. Courtney Joy Clausen. Blake Ivan Herman Linz with great distinction. Monica Noel Evangeline Lundgren, with great distinction. Andrew Richard Edward Lyons. Florence Elaine Macassate, with great distinction. Sabrina Kathleen Materi, with distinction. Benjamin Joseph Nutbrown. Luis Zyron Narciso Ramos. Richard Gerald Rothenberger. Sandriane and Cabo Salazar. Thank you. Edwin Joseph P. Smith. Caitlin Marie Top. Disa Marie Upton, with distinction. Selena Floy Wall. Ching Yi Wong. Trixie Denise Wills. Sorry. Megan Keeley Rennick, with distinction. Ray Ju, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts honors. I present to you Aaron Grant, with high honors. Logan Scott Heward. Thank you. Zachary Kahn Dobson. Amani Khalifa, with high honors. Christy Lichenwald, with high honors. Caitlin Anna Losseth, with high honors. Yelena Yuliana Mlinarevich. Anissa Ashley Plan, with high honors. Bidushi Siddiqa, with high honors. Stephen J. Safanak. Susan Elaine Schachter with high honors. Kathleen Brianna Marie Spence with high honors. Samantha May Ann Stinn. Miranda Jane Wardman with high honors. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science 3-year. I present to you Joshua Massa Arganosa. Tu Keely Clothier. Alyssa Megan Gray. Max Chong Lu with great distinction. Harmandeep Singh Randhawa. Parwinder Shoker. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science 4-year. I present to you Maham Azar with distinction. Ariel Ana de la Fuente Bague. Marvi Baloch with great distinction. Alyssa K. Bieberdorf. Hubba Burhan. Patrick Robert Karan. Dylan Matthew Drummond. Benjamin Victor Hingston with distinction. Vianney Mikhail Beletza Hummel. Amanda McDonald. Sean Michelle Malloy with distinction. Joshua Desmond Larone Nash with distinction. Elena Aeni de Vera Policarpio. Eunice Baba Quagrain with great distinction. Shahryar Raman. Jonathan Winston Reckvey. Monica Louise Leasing Salud. Cody Joe Sands with distinction. Connor Robert Sands. Lei Tian. Jordan Beatty Wallace. Baldeep Singh Warh.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science honors. I present to you Keegan Drew Arnyek. Sean William Lacey with high honors. Michaela Miller. Robert Moorbutter with high honors. Surjit Singh. Janelle Marie Thorpe. Jenna Lee Warner with high honors. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Science 4-year. I present to you Wayland Chong Bang. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Science honors. I present to you Joanna Jessica Gamalida Digal. Jasmine Carla Ogren with high honors. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts honors. I present to you Makosini Pirenkos Nolovu. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on her the degree of Bachelor of Music. I present to you Caitlin Alana Hicks with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Science, I present to you this scholar and ask that you will confer on him the degree of Bachelor of Music honors. I present to you Matthew John Albert Praxis with high honors. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Arts and Science and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Arts. I present to you Adebimpe Aluwatamalor Adedayor, Syed Adil Afzal, Naveed Ahmed, Kendall Mark Bittner, Kelsey Nicole Brown, Christopher Robert Bryant, Courtney Loren Karlberg, Iloradanan Haley Efimoff, Francis Kwajo Frimpong, Olumayorwa Olanrawaju Batamorsi, Paul Kujo Basie, Lance Hugh William Hamill, Rita Yatunde Hidoihu, Tanzir Raman Khan, Michael James Christopher Lyons, Milan Alyssa Lee Mitchell, Victorian Iwalua Udonju, Alain Henri Jean Tomerat, Carissa Noel Wall, Emma York, Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Arts and Science and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Fine Arts. I present to you Simon Rudolph Bohm, Juliana Teresa McLean, make it our chance. Chi Min Sun. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Arts and Science and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Science. I present to you Owolabi Oluranfunmi Adekoya. Fadi A.M. Al-Mobayad. Kyle Mitchell Francision. Ruth Josephine Gruel. Rasim bin Hossein. Navan Kumar Kambam. Morgan William Bruce Kurzinger. Jillian Marie Cush. Brittany Alana Lang. Sarah McCarty. Braden Scott McDonald. Amit Kumar Mondal. Habib Ado Sabiu. Marina Trish Schmidt. Meena Sharma. Raheen Sifat. Jordan Adrienne Stallwick. Danielle Renee Weichel. Sinan Zhang. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the School of Environment and Sustainability and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Environment and Sustainability. I present to you Bimla Kanal. Jordan Edward Mahalitz. Kelsey Marie Seidel. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the School of Environment and Sustainability and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Sustainable Environmental Management. I present to you Alana Johnson. Robin Liu. Lynette Manuel. Faisal Hisham Salama.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Irina Creed, and I am the Executive Director for the School of Environment and Sustainability. I would like to welcome the members of Kehinde Abumuyide's family, especially Henry, her husband, and her daughters here. And I want to thank them for coming today. Before her passing in April, Kenny was a graduate student at SENS. Her project focused on exploring strategies for improved water usage among community gardeners at the city of Saskatoon. The school is a close-knit community. We believe in taking care of each other. And the tragic loss of Kenny from our school community had a major impact. I would like to read for you a special note from Jim Robson, Kenny's supervisor, teacher, and friend, who wishes he could be here today. When I met Kenny for the first time, we chatted about her background, the reasons why she wanted to embark on a master's degree, and her plans for the future. She immediately struck me not only as a bright, engaged individual and somebody who would be a real pleasure to work with, but also a person with that kind of quiet but unmistakable drive to make the very best of themselves, and to do so, first and foremost, not for herself, but for her family and for her children. To show them what is possible when you combine passion, determination, and humility. Those were qualities that defined the Kenny that I knew, and it is that image, that sense of her, that has stayed with me since her passing. Kenny is sorely missed by everybody at SENS. Our lives are shaped by the people who touch them, and Kenny left an indelible mark on the lives of all who got to know her. Her spirit lives on in her beautiful daughters, Lily and Love, who are here today to accept Kenny's Masters of Sustainable Environmental Management. This is for you.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the School of Environment and Sustainability and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Water Security. I present to you Gregory Thomas Honans. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you this scholar from the Johnson Shoyama Graduate School of Public Policy and ask that you will confer on her the degree of Master of Governance and Entrepreneurship in Northern and Indigenous Areas. I present to you Desiree Ronnie Chantel Landry Parker. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the Johnson Shoyama Graduate School of Public Policy and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Northern Governance and Development. I present to you Harold Carrier. Taimur Mackay. Marcia Lynn Marasti. Sean Anthony Malloy. Alana Kirsten Ross. Lori Lee Sparling. Trisha L. Whiteknife. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the Johnson Shoyama Graduate School of Public Policy and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Public Administration. I present to you Khan MD Rashid Al-Mamoun. Brooke Ida Marie Crozen. Evan W. Holmes. Rael Lynn Johnston. Fareen Shabnam Ritu. Tennille Jewel Thompson. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you this scholar and ask that you will confer on him the Certificate in Business Administration. I present to you Ishtiaq Mohammed Kandokar. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. I present to you Joshua George Alexander Aluk. Nicholas Anthony Borse. Bradley Ross Dagenstein. Yichang Gao. Alicia Simone Gadet. Tyler Scott Gruel, with distinction. Natasha Lynn Hauserman, with distinction. Ezra Josiah Kilpatrick. David John Letts. Jakai Liu, with distinction. Tori Alexandria Lloyd, with honors and distinction. Pearl Francisco Massa. Brittany Danielle McIntyre. Jaden Troy Philipchuk. Emily Alexandra Povey. Benjamin Carl William Schmidt. Omar Sheikh El-Zur, with distinction. Thomas John Stanzelite, with distinction. Andrea Nicole Sutcliffe. Zalalam Mogus Tekle. Justin Robert John Tobin. Sing Yu Wu, with distinction. Hauzi Young. Shelby Ann Zomber, with great distinction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the Edwards School of Business and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Business Administration. I present to you Deirdre Leanne Aiken. Gurtej Singh Buhler. Aaron Robert N. Bird. Christiane Maria Blay. Jordan Schuyler Bonkowski. Tate Shao. Matthew Stephen Drake. Tammy Jolynn Francis. Ira Thomas Fromovich. Xingli Gao. Kelly Maria Herdine. Sakiba Jalal. Levi James Johnson. Brittany Michelle Melnick. Ryan Daniel Orth. Jillianne Laurel Pangborn. Nathan Lynn Riesling. Patrick Shane Robertson. Ronhan Sarwar. Pavan Kaur Sidhu. Adam Gregory Soli. Carla Ashley Thorell. Stephanie Maria Weisgerber. Kellyanne Mara Wilde. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the Edwards School of Business and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Professional Accounting. I present to you Anyuan Chen. Nadia Chong. Bailey Dawn Delaney. Bailey Angela Doucette. Amber Lynn Eads. Marley Lynn Irvine. Jordan Anita Farr. Jordana Rose Friesen. Lee James Harding. Brianne Mary Jo Harney. Jessica Frances Hill. Danielle Christina Humble. Gabriella Matthew James. Terrence William Chand Kaushik. Lindsay Howard Kelly. Katrina Joyce Labyrinto. Christopher Anthony Lasher. Michelle Marie McGowan. Alexandra Jamie Monroe. Alana K. Nimmo. Mayasora Gemsola Odiam. Ellie Jo Pantluck. Carly Ramsey. Kaylee Afton Rendick. Raymond Paul Sinclair. Antonia Emmanuel Sitka. Cassandra Ashton Sullivan. Leslie Cito. Christine Amy Tan. Guraj Tariq. Matthew Harding Toe. Sheldon Francis Winter. Scotty Bernard Wolf. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the Edwards School of Business and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Science. I present to you Jana Loren Caulfield. Yufel Huang. Ho Young Kim. Natasha Leanne Nagel.
Come back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is customary at the University of Saskatchewan that after being admitted to their degree, our PhD graduates will be met by their supervisor and escorted to join the platform party as a symbolic welcome to a global community of students. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I present to you Joseph Ya Akoma. Carla Christina Benninger. Allison Susanna Block. Chastity Doreen Carruthers. Michelle Clara Conan. Tina G. Dadgostari. Lila Dehabadi. Kira Leanne Goff. Ana Maria Gonzalez Prieto. Philip Stephen Harder. Danielle James Curran. Elariza Montserrat Gadjivartanu. Annick Marquetta Messier.
Nick, I'm going to shake your hand. I've known your mom for the family. Congratulations, your mother and grandmother.
Vadir Razumenko. Prabin Rokaya. Cody Lee Sharp. Erin Elizabeth Spinney. Mark Jacob Stobie. Yvonne Nadine Vazina. Isabella Vaihu. James Tanda Yeko. Please join me in congratulating these graduates on their certificates and degrees.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees, diplomas, and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees, diplomas, and certificates to be granted.
Good morning, everyone. Eminent Chancellor, President Stoichev, I am pleased to present the Goodspeed Award, offered to the most distinguished BCom graduate from the Edwards School of Business. The Fall 2018 Convocation Award winner is Mr. Hugh Park. Hugh is graduating today with great distinction. Besides earning Dean's Honor Roll recognition, he has received the Edwards Student Award in 2016-2017. Now, Hollywood might try to convince us that Ben Affleck epitomizes the cool accountant, but let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Hugh Park. As one of our very esteemed accounting majors, Hugh combines academic excellence with meaningful volunteer engagement. He participates in the Community Volunteer Income Tax Program, a wonderful Edwards School of Business initiative in which students prepare income tax returns free of charge for the elderly and shut-ins. He has donated his time throughout his undergraduate degree, has an Access and Equity Services note-taker, an important service offered for students in their university classes. The recently launched university plan talks about, among other priorities, boundless collaboration and building inspired communities. Hugh's volunteer efforts superbly demonstrate both. Now, Hugh is unable to be here today as he is currently employed as an external auditor with PwC in Vancouver, but he will be returning to the University of Saskatchewan in 2019 to start the MPAC program. Please join with me in congratulating Mr. Hugh Park, an absolutely stellar example of academic excellence and community outreach.
Good morning. The University Medal in the Social Sciences is awarded annually at Fall Convocation to the most distinguished graduate receiving a Bachelor of Arts 4-year or honours degree in the social sciences. This year's recipient is Lynette Jacobson, who graduates with a Bachelor of Arts 4-year degree with great distinction in linguistics. Lynette's achievement of a Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics demonstrates her passion for the social sciences, as this is her second BA degree, following her receipt of an honours degree in Human Geography in 2004. Lynette also completed a Master of Arts in Geography in 2007 at the University of Iowa. Lynette's goal now is to complete a PhD in an area that combines her interests in geography and linguistics, exploring how language impacts our perception of and interaction with the world and in the preservation of vulnerable and endangered languages in remote areas. Lynette's interest in teaching is reflected in her work as a sessional lecturer in the Department of Geography and Planning, where she has been the instructor of 2 online courses through the Distance Education Unit and Geography and Planning. Lynette's commitment to teaching also extended to her role as a homeschooling parent, for kindergarten through grade 6. In her spare time, believe it or not, Lynette enjoys gardening and plays piano, guitar, and clarinet. Over the course of her academic career, Lynette has received several awards. From the University of Saskatchewan, she has received the Alumni Association Award, the Parr Memorial Scholarship, the Department of Geography Convocation Award, and the Griffith Taylor Award. From the University of Iowa, recognized Lynette's academic proficiency with their Presidential Graduate Fellowship for 3 years, the McCarty Memorial Award, and the Crossing Borders Fellowship for 2 years. Eminent Chancellor, I am pleased to present Lynette Jacobson as this year's recipient of the University Medal in the Social Sciences. The University Medal in Sciences is awarded annually at fall convocation to the most distinguished graduate receiving a Bachelor of Science 4-year or honors degree in the sciences. This year's recipient of the University Medal in Sciences is Tana Dusek, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science 4-year degree with a major in physiology and pharmacology. Eminent Chancellor, I am pleased to present in absentia the University Medal in Sciences to Tana Dusek. The University Medal in the Fine Arts is awarded annually at fall convocation to the most distinguished graduate receiving a Bachelor of Fine Arts 4-year or honors degree in art, studio art, drama, or music. This year's recipient of the university's Medal in Fine Arts is Matthew Praxas, who is receiving his Bachelor of Music honors degree in music education. Matthew's academic pursuits reflect his unique academic interests, which, in addition to music, include chemistry, French, and German. In addition to his Bachelor of Music Education studies, Matthew provides private music instruction to 11 piano students spanning a range of skill levels. His own skill as a pianist was further enhanced through his participation this summer in Opera Nuova's 6-week collaborative pianist intensive program in Edmonton. During his studies, Matthew's skills were recognized through the award of the Sarah Jane Aubrey Bursary on 2 occasions, the Elena Majel Kirk Bursary in music, the David L. Kaplan Music Scholarship twice, and the Mr. and Mrs. August and Irene Olivia Scholarship in music. The head of the Department of Music has stated, "In my 20 years as a faculty member, I have not encountered anyone more committed to experiencing all that a university education has to offer." Matthew's leadership potential has been displayed through his role as president and treasurer of the University of Saskatchewan Greystone Singers. He is also the co-founder and vice president of Love Notes, a ratified student group on campus that annually sells and delivers singing valentines to anyone that wants them. And he was also the second-year representative of the University of Saskatchewan Music Educators Society. Matthew is a member of the Saskatoon Chamber Singers and performs regularly within the community as a collaborative pianist and accompanist. In November, Matthew will perform as the primary pianist in People Are People Productions performance of Avenue Q on the side stage of Saskatoon's Persephone Theatre. Following further piano studies, Matthew hopes to pursue his master's in collaborative piano. Eminent Chancellor, I am pleased to present Matthew Praxas as this year's recipient of the University Medal in the Fine Arts. You still with us out there, yeah? Okay. The University Medal in a Bachelor of Arts and Science degree is awarded annually at fall convocation to the most distinguished graduate receiving a Bachelor of Arts and Science 4-year or honors degree. This year's recipient of the university's medal in the Bachelor of Arts and Science degree is Jasmine Ogren, who is receiving a Bachelor of Arts and Science honors degree with high honors in health studies. Jasmine completed a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with great distinction from the University of Saskatchewan in 2017. Her curiosity and interest in furthering her studies led her to then pursue an honors degree in the Interdisciplinary Health Studies program. Her honors thesis explored the use of alternative food networks by individuals living in inner-city Saskatoon. Her thesis was praised for undertaking a complicated method of research analysis that was highly interdisciplinary and that would normally have been conducted by graduate students. Her work was further recognized when a poster summarizing her research was peer-reviewed and accepted for presentation at the International Conference in Qualitative Inquiry at the University of Illinois in Urbana this past May. While studying at the University of Saskatchewan, Jasmine has also participated in a health and illness lab in the Department of Psychology, conducting collaborative research on health and illness narratives. She has also been a camp counselor at Camp Thunderbird, a summer camp for adults with intellectual disabilities, and a science educator for University of Saskatchewan sci-fi science camps. Jasmine loves being outdoors and being active, including camping, golfing, kayaking, skiing, and traveling. She volunteers with the Saskatoon Psychology Student Society as an academic liaison and also with Best Buddies, a university-based volunteer group that fosters friendships between students and adults with intellectual disabilities. She also sits on the board of directors for both Special Olympics Saskatoon and Motion Ball, a not-for-profit organization building awareness for the Special Olympics Canada Foundation. Jasmine is now looking to pursue either professional or graduate school, where she plans to explore the complex and interdisciplinary nature of health. Eminent Chancellor, I am pleased to present the University Medal in a Bachelor of Arts and Science degree to Jasmine Ogren. Changing it up a little bit. The Rose Littman Medal in the Humanities is named after Miss Rose Littman, a long-term University of Saskatchewan employee who started work in the 1960s at the College of Nursing and concluded her career with 15 years of service at the College of Arts and Science in Student Records and Counseling. The Rose Littman Medal is awarded annually at fall convocation to the most distinguished graduate receiving a Bachelor of Arts 4-year or honors degree in the humanities. The Dean's Medal is awarded annually at fall convocation to the most distinguished graduate of the College of Arts and Science. selected from among the recipients of the Rose Littman Medal in Humanities, the University Medal in the Social Sciences, the University Medal in the Sciences, the University Medal in the Bachelor of Arts and Science degree, and the University Medal in the Fine Arts. This year's recipient of both the Rose Littman Medal and the Dean's Medal is Amani Khalifi, who is receiving a Bachelor of Arts honors degree with high honors in history. Amani and her family immigrated to Regina when she was 3 years old, and Amani has grown up loving the province's wide open skies and endless fields. Since beginning her undergraduate studies, Amani's commitment to learning and academic excellence has been recognized with numerous awards, including the Margaret E. Van de Hague Award in History, the Department of History Kathleen R. Mackenzie Scholarship, and the Margaret and Ted Newell Bursary. However, as noted by one of her professors, what makes Amani really stand out is her insight, sophisticated argumentation, and exceptional ability to analyze and solve problems. Beyond her pursuit of academic distinction, Amani was also involved in a range of extracurricular activities while at the University of Saskatchewan. She was a peer mentor through Student Learning Services and offered mentorship in study skills, library skills, and undergraduate research. Amani's engagement as a peer mentor led her to be nominated by senior colleagues from the mentorship program to participate as one of 2 student members on the university's Student Forum Committee, which met twice per semester to discuss student-related issues. Amani also volunteered as the senior editor, Humanities and Fine Arts, for the university's undergraduate research journal. In this capacity, Amani worked as part of a team to vet, edit, and publish the paper submissions of undergraduate students. Following Convocation, Amani plans to travel and learn Arabic, followed by a master's degree in Islamic Studies or Islamic History. Eminent Chancellor, I am pleased to present the Rose Littman Medal in Humanities and the Dean's Medal to Amani Khalifi. I'm done. For now.
So great to hear about all the accomplishments of our marvelous students, and it's my great pleasure to introduce you to the recipient of 2 awards this morning, the 3-year medal and the President's Medal. The Fall Convocation 3-year degree medal is awarded to the most distinguished graduate receiving a first degree in a 3-year program in the College of Arts and Science, and the President's Medal was established more than 50 years ago and is awarded annually to the undergraduate student with the highest academic standing at all fall convocation, a truly prestigious honor for an extraordinary student. And today, we are proud to honor Max Liu, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Physiology and Pharmacology from the College of Arts and Science. A little bit about Max. Prior to studying at the U of S, he completed the International Baccalaureate program in Regina. While at the U of S, Max was a successful research student, presenting research at 2 conferences and receiving the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada Undergraduate Student Research Award in 2017 and 2018. His academic accolades don't stop there, however. In 2017, Max was awarded the YMCA Peace Medallion, as well as the Arts and Science Alumni of Influence Scholarship, and the year prior, he received the John Spencer Middleton and Jack Spencer Gordon Middleton undergraduate scholarship. Outside of the classroom, Max was also very busy. He founded a program facilitating social exercise for people with intellectual disabilities, and also found time to volunteer with the USSU Help Center, the Best Buddies program, and pediatrics at RUH. If that didn't keep Max busy enough, he also held an executive position in the U of S Pre-Med Club. In addition to all of that, and to exceeding the highest academic standards, Max enjoys traveling, experiencing new cultures and foods, as well as running and playing tennis and chess. Currently studying at the University of British Columbia's Faculty of Medicine, Max's goal is to become a practicing pediatrician. Through lifelong learning, clinical research, and the development of educational resources for underserved populations, Max aspires to improve our healthcare system on a policy level. After all that, he'd be forgiven for sleeping in this morning, but he didn't. He's here, and it is my great pleasure today to present the 3-year award and the President's Medal to Max Lute. I'll get them for you, and then we'll get our photograph taken.
Eminent Chancellor, having the privilege of being the Vice President of Research, I am extremely pleased to present the university's new Researcher Award to Catherine LaBelle, an Associate Professor in Indigenous History with the College of Arts and Science. Catherine, please join me at the podium. The new Researcher Award is presented annually to an outstanding new member of our research community in recognition of significant contributions to knowledge or artistic creativity. Those who qualify as new researchers have received their PhD or their last degree within the past 10 years. Catherine, who joined the University of Saskatchewan in September 2012 after a postdoctoral fellowship at York University, has very quickly established an international reputation for her Indigenous history research and has distinguished herself as a leading ethnohistorian in Canada. Our University of Saskatchewan historian emeritus Jim Miller describes her as the leading Canadian scholar in Indigenous history of her generation. Wow, high praise indeed, coming from a renowned historian and Canada's foremost authority on Indigenous newcomer relations. Catherine's innovative work contributes a great deal to advancing our university's signature area of research, Indigenous peoples, engagement, and scholarship. Her research has contributed to broad discussions around gender and history, environmental history, and Indigenous newcomer relations, and she continues to earn awards for her innovative research and her exceptional writing. Since receiving her PhD in 2011 from Ohio State University, Catherine's productivity and her significant impact has been impressive indeed. She has written an award-winning book on the Wendat people who were based in the Georgian Bay Area of Lake Huron in Ontario in the 17th century. In the book, Catherine tackles the long-held myth that the Wendat people disappeared after being ravaged by disease and attacked by the neighboring Iroquois community. Drawing on the work of anthropologists, sociologists, archaeologists, and archival material, Catherine revisited this explanation and rewrote a chapter in North American history by determining that the Wendat, in fact, were dispersed after the attack. She went on, though, to detail their resiliency and the leadership, particularly of the Wendat women, who strive to maintain the distinct identity of their people. For her work, the Wyandot Nation in Kansas honored Catherine by adopting her. The Wyandot Anderdon Nation in Michigan gave her an honor name that translates to "She carries the story." Catherine's book was shortlisted for 4 major international awards, of which she won 2: the Best Book on Canadian Studies Prize and the John C. Ewards Award from the Western Historical Association. She has also written 12 peer-reviewed articles and book chapters and co-edited a book and a special issue of a very prestigious journal. Catherine is now writing a second book directly on the elders at the community, Catherine is now writing a second book working directly with elders at the community level to explore the roles of 7 key Wendat women across 4 centuries from 1650 to 2006. Our university is indeed proud to have Catherine establish her career here and contribute to training a new generation of historians with her mentorship. Catherine, thank you for not only your research excellence, but for also being a giving, thoughtful, and inspiring role model to us all. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Catherine LaBelle as I present her with our university's New Researcher Award. Eminent Chancellor, it is now my great pleasure to present the University of Saskatchewan's Distinguished Researcher Award to Jeffrey McDonald, Professor of Hydrology in the School of Environment and Sustainability and Associate Director of the Global Institute for Water Security. Jeffrey, please join me at the podium. Professor McDonald is one of the world's most influential water scientists. His work has led directly to new models and theories that have transformed the field of hydrology and provided key breakthroughs in water science. Jeffrey's research has fundamentally advanced global understanding of how landscapes store and release water, critically important to predicting the impact of climate change and land use on water resources. He has shaped our modern understanding of rainfall runoff processes, developing new insights into where water goes after a rainfall, how it moves to a stream, and how long the water remains in a stream, river, or other watershed. Since Jeffrey was recruited from Oregon State University to join the University of Saskatchewan in 2012, his work has continued to build on the excellence of water research at the Global Institute for Water Security, and we were absolutely delighted to have his outstanding leadership as the Associate Director of that institute, as its indeed Global Water Ambassador. This work has firmly placed the University of Saskatchewan on the map as an international center of excellence in hydrology. Our university's water research now ranks #1 in the world, #1 in Canada, and 18th in the world. The impact and value of Jeffrey's contributions have been widely recognized with a multitude of honors from an array of respected groups. In fact, Jeffrey has received the largest number of prizes and honors ever awarded to a hydrologist in Canada. Especially noteworthy is the Duke Medal he was awarded in 2016 by UNESCO, the International Association of Hydrological Sciences, and the World Meteorological Association. This medal recognizes the top hydrologists globally, and it is the nearest thing to a Nobel Prize for hydrology. Jeffrey is the most cited field hydrologist in the world. He has written or co-authored more than 300 articles, serves on editorial boards of 12 hydrology journals, and his work is frequently published in prestigious journals such as Science and Nature. The influence of his papers go far beyond citations and can be seen in the high number of researchers adopting, testing, and further developing his innovative work. His outstanding research has been supported with more than $330 million funding from government and industrial agencies. He has also led the creation of the Mine Overlay Testing Facility, the first kind of its in the world, dedicated to designing innovative mine waste cover systems. Jeffrey's work is absolutely global in scope and includes projects in the United States, China, Chile, Scotland, Luxembourg, Brazil, and Ecuador. It's not only the University of Saskatchewan students who absolutely benefit from his wide-ranging knowledge and research skills. Currently, Jeffrey teaches at universities in the United Kingdom, China, and the United States. He is a tireless supporter and mentor of young scientists. He has supervised more than 65 graduate students and postdoctoral fellows in his career, many of whom are academic leaders in water science. He has also contributed articles in the journal Science aimed at helping new faculty members achieve career success. Beyond Jeffrey's outstanding work as a researcher and a mentor, he serves as president of the American Geophysical Union's Hydrology Section, the world's leading hydrology organization with more than 7,500 members. He is a fellow of the Royal Society of Canada and a lifelong fellow of the International Water Academy, among others. Not only is Jeffrey a very distinguished researcher, but he is also a very distinguished human being. Jeffrey is probably one of the most caring, kind, compassionate, and warm faculty and research leaders on our campus. He is fun and fun-loving and shares his zeal of life with everyone. And for that, we thank you, Jeffrey McDonald. And so I would like to have you all join me in recognizing Jeffrey McDonald as our Distinguished Researcher for 2018.
Eminent Chancellor, I am honoured today to present the J.W. George Ivany Internationalization Award to Raj Srinivasan. Dr. Srinivasan, please join me at the podium. Get up there. From his position as head of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics in the College of Arts and Science, Dr. Srinivasan has made significant contributions to the University of Saskatchewan's internationalization goals, in particular in India. Dr. Srinivasan has built linkages between faculty, students, and administrators at the U of S and their counterparts at leading Indian academic institutions. He has accomplished this through summer workshops, undergraduate internships, faculty exchanges, and collaborative teaching. Dr. Srinivasan has also played an active role in the signing of Memoranda of Understanding between the University of Saskatchewan and these Indian institutions, and has served on a number of U of S delegations to India. Providing international opportunities for our students has become a growing focus at the U of S. It is something that Dr. Srinivasan has embraced wholeheartedly. His contributions are many, and I could go on at length, but I won't. I will, however, share one example. One of Dr. Srinivasan's major accomplishments is the establishment of the Summer Undergraduate Research Initiative, also called SURI, along with Professor of English, Dr. David Parkinson. This is a flagship program that connects outstanding engineering students from India with faculty across the College of Arts and Sciences' full disciplinary and interdisciplinary research scope. This summer, 15 students from top Indian institutions participated in SURI with our faculty here on the U of S campus. The available spots in the program were boosted from 10 in 2017 to 15 in 2018 to accommodate the increasing demand. The 2018 SURI program repeated the successes of the inaugural program in 2017, and Dr. Srinivasan instituted a poster competition this year through which the participants could share their research with the U of S community. As a result of SURI, Indian students have gained valuable experience working outside of India. They have made connections with the U of S and our campus community, and these high-achieving students are increasingly identifying the U of S as a prime destination for graduate studies. As a university, we know that world-changing research and scholarship cannot be done in isolation. We strive to produce globally connected research and globally minded graduates with the skills to compete on the world stage. Dr. Srinivasan, you have set an outstanding example of how these goals can be achieved. You are an inspiration to our students, to our faculty, and to our entire university community. It is an absolute privilege to present you with this award today. Congratulations, Raj.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Vanelli. I'm the Provost and Vice President Academic here at the University of Saskatchewan. Before I begin, I want to extend also my personal congratulations to the graduates today. Your hard work, persistence, and effort and determination has led to you being here today, and my hearty congratulations on behalf of everyone here at the University of Saskatchewan. Well done. I also wanted to congratulate your parents, grandparents, family members, and loved ones are here with you today. I know they share in these awards and joy that you're having today. Now to the matter at hand. Eminent Chancellor, Vice Chancellor Stoichev, and honorary degree recipient Dr. Cook. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the Fall 2018 recipient of the University Staff Excellence Award, Alexis Dahl. But first, a little about this award. Up until this year, the University Staff Excellence Award was known as the President's Service Award, which was established in 1994. Both awards espouse the exemplary contributions of non-academic staff members who provide extraordinary service to the university, who have inspired and supported others, and whose dedication and commitment deserve our recognition. The one key difference is that the University Staff Excellence Award takes into account our university values, such as creativity, sustainability, diversity, and reconciliation. It is without a doubt that Alexis, this year's recipient of the University Staff Excellence Award, exemplifies these values. As the director of the Programs Office in the College of Arts and Science, Alexis uses her extensive knowledge and experience to enhance the student experience. Those who work with her continually note her professional manner, positive attitude, and high ethical standards. She is instrumental in reinvigorating curriculum and is keenly aware of the need for change in curriculum. This is critical for our campus community, and Alexis uses exquisite tact and a body of knowledge that she knows exactly how and when to apply to help facilitate these highly technical and often complex changes. She does this important development work while considering immense priorities like embracing a diversity of ways of knowing, community engagement, interdisciplinarity, reconciliation, and academic freedom. While she is in the College of Arts and Science, her expertise has been sought far beyond her home college. Many university units and programs, including the College of Medicine and the proposed program in architecture, have reached out to Alexis for her advice and knowledge. She has the respect of everyone who works with her, not just for the knowledge, but also for her collegiality and thoughtfulness. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Alexis Dahl and to thank her for her dedicated service to the University of Saskatchewan and to present her with the University Staff Excellence Award.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Grit McCreath. I'm the Honorary Ambassador for the University of Saskatchewan, as well as a proud University of Saskatchewan alumna, graduating from the College of Education in 1991. My family has a long tradition of alumni reigning from the U of S, all starting back to my parents, who migrated here from Europe many years ago. Lifelong academics, they had to re-educate themselves in a new country, in a new language. This university provided that opportunity for them and later provided exciting opportunities for myself, my brothers, and for my own children. The USask Alumni Association has 152,000 members across the world, and today we welcome nearly 1,000 more to our esteemed family. Today we celebrate your outstanding accomplishments as students and the end to your academic journey, or at least a portion of your academic journey, because this is really a new beginning. While you are students on campus for a relatively short time, you are proud USask alumni for a lifetime. We are a family, and we encourage you to keep connected with us as you continue on your path. From this day forward, all that you accomplish, all that you create, discover, enhance, build, explore, you will do as an alumnus or alumna of the University of Saskatchewan. I ask you to turn your attention to the screen to see what USask alumni can do with their hard-earned degrees. Our alumni are doing great things because of the education they received at the University of Saskatchewan. What an inspirational group, one that you can proudly say that you're now a part of. It is my hope for you that you find joy in whatever path you choose and that you never stop the thirst for knowledge you acquired here. As time goes on and you settle into your lives, you may find that the passion fades away, but don't let it. Always be curious, always be searching, and always be striving to know more. Because of your time at USask, you have all the skills, knowledge, and abilities to think critically, solve problems, create solutions, be leaders, and discover the unknown. Actually, I wish you could see what I see from here as I look at you. You look fantastic. And I congratulate each and every one of you and welcome to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. Yay, you.
Years ago, when I was in politics, somebody introduced me by saying, I feel like this morning, thanks to all the people who played. Now that all the good things are over, here's our next speaker, Roy Romanow. I'm going to be very, very, very short. This brings our convocation ceremony to a close. But before we do, I think it is necessary to thank a number of people. Darren Oler-King and the University Wind Orchestra, they were excellent as always. Our vocalist, Angela Urichanin, our signer, Carla Klassen, our drum group, the Buffalo Boys Productions, our traditional knowledge keeper, Ross Gardapi, and the teams from the Convocation Office and the Office of the University Secretary, all of whom play an important role in making these ceremonies a great success. I will say that at the end, what our hope is that for each graduate of the University of Saskatchewan to contribute to the society of not only this province but the world and Canada in the way in which you've been taught, according to the ethics and the values and your own beliefs as you have them. So thank you very much for attending. In closing, I ask that you remain at your seat until the platform party has left the stage. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.